Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Impossible Mowers, and in today's video we're going to be replacing the belt on that Cub Cadet we have and see if we can't get it to go a little faster. Now, we tried posting a video last week on the John Deere, but we ended up losing a good chunk of footage that I just can't recover. I think the SD card had a failure or something. So unfortunately, I couldn't post that video. I really wanted to. But it looks like we're going to have to try to do something else. The video was supposed to be about tuning the motor and trying to get it to run and then possibly driving it out of the shop. But we just lost a bunch of footage. It happens, you know. But I think as far as the John Deere goes, the next video we're going to do is probably getting the tune a little bit better on it. We did tune it pretty good, but might just make it a little better and then just driving it out of the shop. So that's pretty exciting, but sorry guys for not posting that last week, and I hope you guys had a good Memorial Day as well. But the Cub Cadet, I actually have a belt to show you guys here. This is what happened to the belt to the transmission. Now I cut it. It didn't cut itself. I needed to cut it to get the right size, but look at that. Just shredded. I mean, there's just no grip there at all. It was just spinning, tearing the belt apart. The Cub Cadet LTX 1040 from 2011. And those Cub Cadets, if you guys have them, you might want to pay attention. They're very famous for shredding these transmission belts because they run a dual belt system. They have a belt going from the front drive pulley to the transmission, or to a clutch system, I should say. And then from that system to the transmission. So it's kind of like a double belt situation there. You know, at the end of the day, both belts go to the transmission, but there's two little pulleys that sit on top next to the transmission. And that's when you push your, it kind of acts like a centrifugal clutch. When you push that go pedal down, the belt tightens up, the clutch, you know, all that clutch pulley stuff moves, belt gets tight, you move on. And what's famous is these belts burn up. I don't know if this is the stock belt, but I could tell you right now, it's just shot. So we ordered a brand new Kevlar belt off of Amazon, not sponsored by these guys at all, but we figured, you know what, we'll just try to replace it. And if it still goes slow, I got a 6-inch cast iron pulley we're going to slap on it. So for a little bit more speed, a little pulley swap there. And honestly, even if it does go fast, I'll show you the pulley here. I might still pulley swap it. Nice little 6-inch cast iron. You know the deal. But all that is to come. I don't want to pulley swap it if I don't have to, because I'd have to be messing around with belt sizes. But if it still lags, gets slow on me, and it's just not putting out what I want it to put out, we might have no choice but to pulley swap the unit. But we're going to see what happens there. So pretty much today's video, like I said, is going to be replacing this belt, and then we're going to take it on the trail for a little joyride and see if it's fixed. I have no idea. I'm guessing this is the issue. I mean, your belt shouldn't look like that. I've done some research, and that's all I found out about it. Jeez, look at that. Yikes. So, yeah. So I'm going to cut the camera off here, and I'll see you guys underneath the ride mower. Alrighty, guys, here we are. Haul out the new belt. This is a pretty easy, I shouldn't say easy. It's a pretty straightforward installation. For those of you wondering, this is a 41-inch belt. Not 41 and a half, not 41 and 3/4, 41-inch belt, period. It's a 1/2 inch, I think it is a 1/2 inch, now I'm guessing myself, thickness, but Kevlar, supposed to be good. We'll see what happens. So I'll show you guys. Hopefully you guys can see. Oh yeah, plenty of light. Good, good, good. Alrighty. So you guys can see, this is the drive belt. Goes all the way from that front pulley, goes all the way down to the transmission. But if you look to the right of the transmission, there's two pulleys stacked on top of each other. right back there. It's kind of hard to see. That's where our belt's gonna go. Now you guys also might be wondering, is the drive belt still good? Drive belt looks pretty good to me. I don't think that is the issue. Sometimes what can happen, guys, these pulleys can seize up on you and you won't know it. And when it seizes up, you're just burning your belt every time you drive around. So you always want to check. This one's pretty quiet, but this one's making some noise. I'm probably just going to run it. I do have brand new pulleys in case I do have to mess around with this. But you can hear that one. Bearings don't sound good on that one. So if you want to prevent your pulleys, metal or plastic, from locking up on you, always do a double check. And if you hear something like that, replace it. That one's pretty close to being shot. I'm going to run it for now, but I'm going to run it mainly because I know I got a fresh one in the shop. So, and it's not that hard to replace them. So let's see what we can do here. Alrighty. It's kind of tricky because you have your clutch arm right here. So you got to kind of put the belt in. Got to, you know, squeeze it like this. Try to get through the clutch arm, and there you go. Now the reason I said this might not be an easy installation, but it's straightforward, is because it's obvious what we have to do. But because it's a new belt, it's not going to be so forgiving as far as easiness goes. So, oh, there goes that. I'm actually gonna take that off for a second. You don't want to lose this. This is your clutch return spring. If it'll come out for me. There we go. Just makes it a little easier on me. Alright, come on, baby. What's going on up there? I think there's a belt guard right there, or it's really close to the whole frame. Let me see. There we go. All right, got it around the first pulley. Usually once you get into the groove of things, it starts to come up pretty quick. But you guys can see right here, that's where that dual pulley setup is there. It's a weird setup, I know. Is it good for mud mowing? I cannot tell you. I do not know. That is why we are here. But I'm a little reluctant to pulley swap it because I know I said before I wanted to, but after hearing, there we go, she's going in now. After hearing about the belt issue these mowers have, just because the way everything's made, I'm a little reluctant of putting a pulley swap on it because that might just make things worse because the belt's moving even faster. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm also not liking the way that this is going on here. That's gonna have to get fixed. Okay. So usually, guys, what I'll do is I'll grab a bite right here on the pulley. I'll pull down on the belt, put my finger on it. You guys might not be able to see it, but when I get that bite on the pulley, I'll turn the pulley around slowly, and you can see the belt is trying to go in, and just keep turning it around. It takes a little bit of strength. Come on, baby. There we go. And there you go. Belt installed. On this side, at least. We still got to get it around everything. So if I'm correct, I think this belt has to go around this. Yeah. And I think what's happened is the drive belt actually came off. Possibly. Nope, still on. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah. Interesting. Alright. Alright guys, I'm going to turn the camera off. We're going to slap the clutch in and see if we can't finish installing this belt. Quick little update here, guys. I actually found it was a lot easier to undo the spring that goes to this clutch arm. I could swing this a lot freer. A lot more easily, I should say. And so I'm just going to take this pulley off and put the belt around the pulley, and then bolt the pulley back in, because this guard, there's a guard right here, a belt guard right there. It works, but it works a little too well, and it's 1/4 inch thick steel, so I'm not moving that with my arm strength. But that's what we're gonna do, so stay tuned. Alrighty guys, we got the belt installed, got the spring put back on. I will say it is a proper bastard to put this guy back in. Whoo! It was tough, but what I did was I just kept this side bolted in and then just used my arm strength and just pulled it back and grabbed some pliers and hooked it right up on the frame here. But man, that is a tough son of a gun. So I'm gonna put everything away. We're gonna jump start this unit and we're gonna take it for a trail ride. And oh, I hope this thing works, because if it keeps going slow, I'm gonna have no choice but to take this belt off, slap that 6-inch on it, and make it go fast. But if you ask me, I think this will fix it. But it just means I'll be blown through a belt probably once a year, which is about right for us. It might be faster, I have no idea. I just know, like I said, these belts, not the belt, but the whole way that Cub Cadet made these belt systems for this specific year and model, they're famous for blowing the top transmission belt. So, well, let's see what happens. So I guess we'll start her up and see what we can't do. Still going pretty slow. I'm gonna check the clutch bar and make sure that that's not bent. But if that's not it, then looks like we're doing a pulley swap. See how that goes. Alrighty guys, it's still going pretty slow, so I'm gonna check the one of the rods here, and I'll show you what I mean. I think I've talked about this before. Sometimes these right here, these little linkages on the shaft, can get bent and prevent the mower from going any faster than what it'll allow it to do. So I'm going to take a quick look at that and then give it another try. And if that doesn't work, then it's pulley swapping time, possibly. I'm actually looking at it right now, and I think the only way I could pulley swap is if I rip that transmission out and replace the pulley on it, because look what's up front here. The screen might get a little wonky on you, but see all them belt guards? I'm gonna have to cut those off if I want to put a 6-inch up there, without a doubt. I can't drop it or lower it because the belt runs through here. I'm almost wondering too though if it's this belt. I know I said it wasn't, but I'm actually seeing some stuff here suggesting it could be. Yeah, actually, you know what I'll do? We're gonna check the rod, make sure that's straight, and then we're gonna look at the belt. I might have a brand new one in the shop. So stay tuned. Alrighty guys, we're gonna check out one quick thing here. The little bar for the go pedal. I'll show you guys what I mean. Now you'll see right here, I think I've showed this to you guys once before, but I'll show you again. Right here, there's this little arm right here, okay? Right behind that is this steel linkage or arm that connects to this main rod, this whole thing. And what's silly is this arm connects to this specific plate onto the whole assembly here, and what can happen over time is it gets bent too far backward, so it ends up giving too much slack to the rod that controls your belt tension. So what'll happen is, you know, you're going along and your belt's solid as a rock, it's nice and tight, but because this arm controls both your belt tension and this rod right here that also controls your hydro speed, it's going to slow it down. So you might have good belt tension but slow hydro speed, or vice versa, or both at the same time. And so what we're going to try and do is we're going to clip this off. We're going to try to clip this off and try to grab a pickle fork or something and try to bend it forward. It doesn't take a lot, but it should give us at least some idea of what's going on here. I don't want to pulley swap this unit because I thought it would just be as easy as replacing the front pulley, but I forgot it's got those things up front, those guards up front, so we might have to end up tearing the transmission apart to do that, and I don't want to do that if I don't have to. And even if we do pulley swap it, if this is still an issue, it's still going to be the same. So, you know, if your hydro speed, I call it a hydro speed, but it's this bar that goes to the transmission. If that, okay, is not set correctly, or if it's not you know, giving enough tension, or if your belt system is not getting enough tension and you go to pulley swap it, you're either going to burn a belt or it's just going to go the same speed, maybe a little faster, but you don't want to have to waste all that time. So we're just going to take it off and just see what happens. It should be pretty straightforward. I'll show you guys here. Going to grab your pliers, needle nose, take this pin out, little cotter pin, and there you go. Now this arm is off, and this is the arm that connects to your clutch assembly there for your belt. And then you're gonna slide this metal piece off here. Yep. And you're gonna put him back in the right spot, just right here. All right, so now that you can see we got this bar to ourselves here. So what you might have to do is on that gas pedal, on the forward pedal, you might have to shove something underneath it to get more leverage. But you can see if we bend this forward a lot, we're going to get more travel, right? So that's going to be more to give to that transmission. Whereas if it's backwards too much, if it's bent backwards too much, it's going to not give us as much travel, and it's going to slow it down. So we're going to want to be very mindful of that as we are moving on here. But I'm going to try to see if I can't just shove something in there just the way it is. Hopefully you guys can see it right there. That's what I'm working with here. And I'm just going to try to see if I can't bend it forward. I might have to grab a different prying tool here. I think I will. But you guys get the idea. We're going to try to take this arm. The camera can focus with the lighting here. We're going to try to take this arm and bend it forward. So, where I'm going to be right back with you guys, and hopefully that'll fix it, maybe. I don't know, let's see. Alright, let's see if it fixed anything. Reverse is pretty quick. Something just went slacky on me. I may have forgotten to put a spring back in. I knew I was forgetting something. It felt good there for a minute. Let's try this again. burning. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we fixed it. It's getting laggy up hills. I'm wondering if it's that drive belt. Might have to replace that. But it's weird because when you're halfway on the forward pedal, it doesn't slip. So could be the drive belt, or there might be something going on with those pulleys in the clutch system. But we got the speed back, finally. Only took a year. So I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take it on the trail and just kind of see how it works out there. If the belt still keeps doing something wrong, or if it keeps lagging up going up hills, then we'll probably slap it in the shop, or just look into it a little further. Probably off camera, but we got the speed back, finally. It's going way faster than it did before. So, let's go on the trail and just see what we can't do. So we'll be right back. Cruise control's working. Before, whenever you tried to use cruise control, it would work, but it would slow you down way faster than, way more than what it should do. And I haven't felt any speed change putting it in now, so feeling pretty good. Hearing a lot of noise from that transmission. Might have to do a fluid change. might be that drive belt. That would actually make sense, because as the clutch tightens, if that drive belt's spinning, it could be spinning by the clutch assembly, so it's, you know, it's getting tight, and then it finds a weak link, and then it starts spinning, and then I lose all my, you know, downward pressure. Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I believe that's it. That's all we got. I've been driving it a little bit off camera, and I'm pretty sure it's a bad drive belt, because the speed doesn't change flat hills or down hills, but when you put pressure on it, such as going up hills, it starts to slip, and when you go down hills, you know, it still keeps the speed up, but I do smell some burning belt. And actually, you guys can see through the shifter here. I can see through the shifter, and I can see the belt and see what it's doing, and it was wobbling. So that's a clear sign to me that even if it's not the issue, it shouldn't be doing that. And that would, I mean, these symptoms do look like bad belt. I've never replaced the belt since I've owned it. I've had it for 2 years, so you know, it might be about time, for sure. So I'm gonna try to replace the drive belt, maybe make a YouTube short, and if it actually works and it fixes it and we are able to get this thing fixed, we'll probably do a mud romp pretty soon here. So I'm glad we got the speed back, because that pedal would not go down as far as it's going down now. I think you guys know that, but we tried to make do with what we got, and I figured, you know what, if we're gonna hit it good this year, want all the rigs to be awesome, we're gonna have to even get the small stuff such as speed. So I'm glad we were able to at least get that done today. But with all that said and done, guys, keep your eyes open for the John Deere. We're going to be doing a video on this, posting it at least. We've already done the video. We just need to post it. We did lose a clip, so I might have to, you know, come back in and do that. But I'm hoping this week or next week we can get the John Deere video done and over with. I'd like to drive it out of the shop. It's pretty close to where I think it can, but I don't want to sell myself too short, and I don't want to give you guys something I can't promise, because you never know what's going to happen. So watch out for the 140 video coming out soon. And with all that said and done, I hope you guys had a good Memorial Day. I hope you remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much for that. It's really appreciated. And yeah, I hope you guys stay safe, and we'll catch you guys next time. This is Impossible Mowers out.